What are the main findings of your study?
So this is a study using the Environmental Exposure Unit, which is a model of controlled allergen challenge to study allergic rhinitis. And what we did was we exposed participants to grass pollen to induce symptoms of allergic rhinitis and evaluated if there were any alterations in their epigenetic modifications based on this allergen challenge. We did identify a number of different genes that were differentially methylated, and for this particular project we focused on one called Ephrin B. And because we know that Ephrin B, there's several different what we call SNPs, where there can be single nucleotide polymorphisms. We know that can alter whether or not there's differences in these epigenetic signatures. So we actually genotyped the patients as well to be able to better characterize what are the actual effects of allergen challenge on this gene methylation. And we were able to see that, in fact, DNA methylation and these SNPs do vary based on patients having allergic rhinitis symptoms, and it correlates with both symptoms and objective measures of nasal flow, such as peak nasal inspiratory flow.
Excellent. How will this study affect patients in the future?
So we'll turn to my colleague, Dr. North, who will answer that one for us.
The interaction between epigenetics and genomics has been a key theme at this meeting, and it's important for developing personalized medicine and precision medicine, because we can see here that the symptoms are quite different between the patients with these different SNPs. Even though they all have allergic rhinitis and they all develop symptoms, it really modulates the levels. So it indicates that in this particular gene, which is only one out of thousands of genes that we could be looking at that are important to allergic rhinitis. So it really points to the fact that we're going to have to identify who's who in terms of SNPs and epigenetic modifications when we try to, with pharmaceuticals or biologics, modify these pathways.
What is the take-home message for primary care physicians and allergists from this study?
I think what this study really highlights is the importance of understanding not only the genetics of our patients, but also these epigenetic modifications. Recognizing that there is an association between symptoms that are developed and these different genotype and epigenetic interactions is going to alter how we approach future clinical trials and also our patients in clinical practice.
Where do you think this type of research is heading in the future?
So we've specifically focused on lymphocytes in this study. I think it would be exciting and interesting to look at other cell types and just really advance this whole area further now that we do recognize that you can have acute alterations in epigenetic signatures even in just a short 3-hour period. So the sky's the limit as to where we can go from here.
Thank you.